Hello and welcome to TNA Top 10, episode 146, June 21st, 2026. We are back from a month-long vacation where we did a lot of things. And we're back for 1 week, and we'll be going again next week, and we'll talk about that later. But I'm T. Weed. With me, as always, are Andrew and Allison Bay. What's up, fellas?
Hello.
We haven't been called fellas in like 3 weeks.
I should just say, hey, fellas, in the morning when I check.
Yeah. We got to do something.
But hi.
It's been different, obviously, we're going to spend some time catching up with our friends and each other. But 3 weeks without a show. Has it been 3 weeks? Is it 3?
I think we missed the last 2 weeks.
It was May 20-something. So we missed 3 weeks.
Okay.
Oops. So just let's clear this up at the top of the show. It's Terry's fault. And it has nothing to do with me and Allison. It's Terry's fault. Yeah. In all seriousness, for a great reason. And he's going to get to tell us all about it. But from the standpoint of, we've said this for years now, this is for us and our friends and to have fun. And we don't make any money off this. In fact, we're probably still in the red, Terry, after 4 seasons of TNA Top 10. Somewhere we're in the red.
Yeah.
But we do this because we love it. And hey, it's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to you and all of our Father's Day listeners. Lots of fun Facebook posts today, including one of Allison with a much younger George.
Yes.
Who was not at the racetrack.
Did you like that? That actually was at a racetrack. Surprisingly enough. It was at a county fair that was held at a racetrack.
See, that is my father-in-law, and he loves the ponies, as we say in New York. The ponies.
The ponies.
This is a good list this week for Father's Day because a lot of fathers are baseball coaches or softball coaches. So this is a good one.
Yeah. Baseball managers. We're going to get in there later, but look at this graphic. I do not understand. Number one, this is beautiful work. Thank you to Terry and ChatGPT. But I do not understand why anytime I am featured in a graphic, I am yelling at somebody or something. Is that what I put off? Is that the vibe?
It may be because I say, hey, give me a picture of Andrew yelling.
Yeah, well, there you go. So it is your fault.
But this is a baseball manager. It's in the job description.
Amy's back. We love you. But yes, I would definitely be a yeller as a manager. We'll get into that when we start ranking these top 10. And by the way, here's a spoiler for anyone who didn't vote in the poll. You should do that, number one. Number two, the audacity of my co-host, Terry Weaver, to put Aaron Boone on this list. I'll get into Boone when we talk Yankees baseball. But Terry, are you trying to make me have a stroke at age 40? This is ridiculous.
I set a standard. I say I want the top 100 baseball managers of all time based on wins, and he snuck in there at number 97 or something.
Yeah, he was not very high, but he was on the list.
I bet I know who voted for him, and I wanted to wish him a happy first Father's Day to Devin, because I'm pretty sure it's his first, right?
It is, yes, I believe so.
But I bet he voted
happy
for
Father's
him.
Day.
I hope
he.
They're such apologists to the Boone people. I can't stand them. And like you said, we'll get into that when we decide to bench Cole today and hit Elmer. But anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, look. What is that? Fuck? Oh, no, that's FIFA. My bad. I thought you were putting
I couldn't figure out a way with the black numbers to make it look good on the green, although I've got AEW with just the black, but I went ahead and just put it in a white square. I was lazy on this one.
It's fine.
Today we're going to talk a little baseball. We're going to talk, a lot of baseball. And we're going to talk soccer, and we're going to barely touch on wrestling today just to make room for stuff.
Although they do have a Night of Champions pay-per-view coming up.
Yeah, next week.
So 17, 18 matches?
No,
because it's WWE. Afternoon of Champions for us.
It's WWE. I'm sorry. That's right.
Yeah, that's WWE. And then they've got Forbidden Door coming up for the
Ooh.
AEW, and the headliner, of course, it's Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. So that'll be a wrestling match.
I was gonna say I would watch that one. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, that one will be a wrestling match. But
yeah,
I guess we're not talking about AEW yet. That's my bad. You'd have to
Or at
watch
all.
it.
I don't think we're talking. Yeah, I don't think we're talking about them at all today.
We're just talking one subject in wrestling.
Yeah.
I watch AEW on Twitter because the beauty of it is I don't have to watch their 6-hour show.
Yeah.
And I don't have to watch their 6-hour show because they immediately post whatever happened
Correct.
right after. So I can get all the highlights on the Twitter, which I still call Twitter, even though it's X.
Well,
but,
when I type twitter.com and it quits taking me to X,
Exactly.
I'll quit calling it Twitter.
There you go.
Amy's point, she says she thinks she's going to start watching AAA. It looks like it's getting good. Amy, I've been watching AAA for a long time. It is phenomenal. I highly recommend it. I now watch more AAA than I do NXT. Because it's so entertaining. Like if you like the entertainment part of WWE, you will love AAA.
Yeah, AAA is AAA has, I think there was some apprehension about WWE partnering with AAA. But what I've seen in AAA has been fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and state on the record to start with, Dave Meltzer is a shitbag. He didn't give Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels 5 stars at their WrestleMania match, but he did give Chad Gable and Americano
that was great.
5-star rating, and the match was fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but they stole the show. I mean, that was incredible. They figured out that Rey Fenix doesn't belong in anywhere with a bigger opponent, so his matches are much better now. Of course, Penta strutting ass like he does. So I think AAA has been really good. And of course, when you have John Bradshaw Layfield being inserted into it, it just because he knows how to get heat. And I mean,
that's correct.
He plays that character perfectly. You know, the old, I mean, he was Trump before Trump 12 years earlier, you know, with the whole America stuff and Eddie Guerrero and all that. So anyway, it works. It works out.
Mug. Terry's mug. Look at Terry's mug.
Oh, I saw it.
Well, if I drink it left-handed, it says that's what she said.
Oh, it's even better. I love it.
I can't drink it left-handed. My microphone I'm not even using. Why do I even have it down here?
I don't know.
I guess you guys can hear me just fine.
There you go.
Hey, we're professionals here. At least that's what we tell ourselves. Listen, so we have this group chat between me and Allison and her brother and his wife, Val. And he had the audacity to respond to me with Michael Scott memes. And I told him we don't do that here. We
My
don't
brother and I love The Office. Love The Office.
And loud and clear voice,
for
the billionth time, The Office ranks right near Taco Bell for things that I absolutely despise.
I mean, he keeps trying to get me to break up with him, but like, seeing as we're not a couple, it's so hard. But
well, I already told you that we're gonna walk in Vegas, and that about got vetoed. We need to fire our travel agent, by the way. August in Las Vegas. Terry.
Y'all should have been born some other month, like October.
Well, so here's what it is. My brother's birthday's in June. Mine's in July. And my mom is September. I'm turning 50. My brother just turned 45, and my mom's turning 75. So they're all pretty big birthdays.
Yeah.
And no matter when we pick, it's going to be in the summer, basically. So, yeah.
Hannah looks fabulous for 75.
God, right?
Constantine, not so much. He needs to do better. But, you know.
Where do you think I got it from? Come on.
Okay.
Woo!
Speaking of traveling in a bunch of cities, we've got a bunch of people from all over the world in the United States, Mexico, and Canada for the World Cup. And there's so much content online about this. Of course, I had to get Auburn in there, upper left corner there. That's the friendly game between Argentina and Iceland a few weeks ago. Upper right corner, that's a lady with a Cabo Verde flag. We saw several of them when we were walking through Atlanta. This guy, Freddie, who's all over the place that everybody knows, he went to Buc-ee's and thought it was the greatest thing ever, as it is. And then I've seen stuff about Waffle House. They act like Texas Roadhouse is just the best restaurant ever. And then the Dutch went to Dutch Brothers. That was an interesting one I saw.
Yeah. So as a Buc-ee's supporter, as you all know, I send merchandise to my friends when I go to Buc-ee's. So everybody knows when I've been. Although Terry's and Amy's went late, still I sent the merchandise on the Buc-ee's. These people absolutely crack me up because they don't have anything this godless in Europe, apparently. I mean, they're worried about building cathedrals, and we have gas stations with 150 pumps that, like, if you go to the Buc-ee's in Florence, South Carolina, headed south from where I live, it is the Atlanta airport of gas stations. It is so busy, but it is efficient. It is clean. It is overpriced for a gas station. But Buc-ee's, as we all know, is not a gas station. It is an experience. They just happen to sell gas there.
But then you turn on your GPS and say, I need to get to this place, and it goes 5 minutes before you get out of the parking lot.
That's right. That's exactly correct. And this is how big Buc-ee's is. And this is why I don't think the Europeans understand it. In Florence, to Terry's point, and we've been to Buc-ee's in Alabama somewhere, Allison.
Leeds.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Charles Barkley's hometown.
Yeah. We stopped there.
Yeah.
And because, of course, it was Buc-ee's, we didn't really need to stop. We
Allison
chose
had never been to a Buc-ee's before. We were
Oh, yeah, you got to go.
Yeah, so she went. But anyway, to Terry's point, there are multiple complex traffic directions at the Florence Buc-ee's. You have roundabouts, yield signs, stoplights. I mean, just to get back on the interstate at Buc-ee's. I'm not making any of this up. So whoever designed it is actually pretty intelligent because it does flow very, very well and seemingly is incident free. But yes, in terms of a gas station, it is outrageous, but it is not a gas station. That's why we buy shirts from Buc-ee's for $17.99 a piece and send them to our friends.
And they've got a jerky wall, and I appreciate a jerky wall.
What about the brisket? Let's talk about the brisket. Everybody around here loves pork, but I'm all about the beef.
Brisket.
So when they do their Texas-style brisket sandwich and the thing genuinely weighs half a pound, that is gluttony. And that's what these Europeans are not used to, is the gluttony of the Buc-ee's. And my favorite trash cuisine, the Waffle House. Terry, the man said from Australia, they could do Waffle House there.
Absolutely. He said it would take over, and I believe it. I think Australia is a little bit closer to us than the Europeans.
But you know, the other reason for that is Australia was a prison colony. Everybody in the English Empire that got sent to Australia, they're much more like Americans that way.
They can survive a Waffle House.
Just a little bit trashy, not classy. I watched this guy talking about the Texas Roadhouse, and Allison's watched a bunch of these. She sent them to me. The dude was amazed we throw peanuts on the floor in this country. No, man, you just eat them and throw them on the floor. That's how it works here.
It's so much fun to watch because, you know, I know a number of people have seen this and coined the phrase or whatever, but it's like your cousins came over for a sleepover, even though your parents are fighting and they're your favorite.
Right.
And everything I have seen, and I'm going to say this, and I truly believe it, we're kind of trying to apologize for the state our country is in, okay? If you look around and see what's happening with all of the Europeans who are here, it's amazing to watch. It's the Scots took over Boston, and it's been like I live closer, so I get more of the social media than you guys do. But it's been insane. It's been insane.
I heard somewhere where the Scottish, they drank 3 times as much beer as as is normally drank on St. Patrick's Day in Boston.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they took over. They took over. And then they took over the baseball stadiums, which was also fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
But to Allison's point, we traveled to Costa Rica 60 days ago, and you couldn't find more gracious and loving and kind people who, despite, to her point, what goes on in this country, didn't treat us like that.
Yep. Correct.
I will say the beach resort place we went with Conchal was far more used to Americans because of the way they acted. But when we went to Arenal, everybody knew us, to the point where the driver remembered us, that drove us 4 hours from the airport.
15 more minutes. 15 more minutes.
Yeah, 15 more minutes. Just walk 15 more minutes. It's fine. Just like I'm going to tell her when we go to Vegas, it's right over there. It's right over there, which Allison loves. But they get to see real Americans and not some mouthpiece who gets neurologically drunk after 10 o'clock at night and uses his own social media platform to ruin diplomatic relations with the rest of the world.
Yeah, who doesn't speak for the rest of us, basically.
That is an objective statement. That is not an opinion, because that's what's been happening. But we don't usually get this deep on this show. But
no, but that's okay.
Sports we do get into,
right? And
it has a long history of uniting people. After 9/11, Yankee Stadium.
Yep.
Professional wrestling, the SmackDown show. Yep. They opened it up. You can just go on and on and on and on about what baseball has done for this country, about what football has done, and now soccer. Because apparently all the Carolina hockey fans are now soccer fans. Yeah. The Canes won the Stanley Cup. That I know. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. And apparently at RDU got the water cannon treatment on the airplane, and I guess this is a big deal. I didn't know this is a big deal.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. It's hockey. Who cares? But and as I remind everybody, Terry, that tells me it's World Cup time, I said, baseball's on. What's wrong with y'all? I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
I'll get into soccer in the United States a little bit, 3 or 4 slides from now, because it talks about youth sports or whatever. But this might be very positive to move us in the right direction. The United States was 2-0. Let me move on to the next.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But the United States was 2-0 for the first time since 1930 in the World Cup. So when they say the United States isn't that great, there's reasons for that. We've had some pretty good teams, but this is the best team in a while. I'll get into that in a little bit more, because I forgot this next slide. This was Cyrus and I went to Atlanta. We saw Spain versus Cabo Verde. It ended 0-0. Most people would say snooze fest. I see it. I was always a baseball guy. I like pitchers duels. This is a soccer pitchers duel, and they let it end in a tie. That's the difference there. But the goalie for Cabo Verde blocked so many shots on goal. It was ridiculous. He's just diving this way, jumping up this way, and stopping it. You got to pay attention enough and watch it long enough to understand the difficulty. It's a big net. Everybody thinks, oh, it's a big net. You can just kick it in there. But you've got a defense in front of you, and then you've got the goalie. The combination of those things keep it from being just a free shot and a big goal. So it was great. I expected somebody to score toward the end of the game, and they didn't. The place would have went absolutely bonkers if Cabo Verde won 1-0. But it was fun. Guy next to us, like 3 seats down, had 2 seizures while we were there, and they had to come up and get him and take him down. And I was like, wow.
Now, Terry, you can talk on this. because we talked about how great it was during the SEC title game. You and Cyrus incidentally sat on the same side me and Allison did, as I pointed out in our group chat.
Except we were 4 rows from the top.
I would say we might have had better tickets. Somebody
Yeah.
spent money on that particular seat.
Yeah. Hey, I spent quite a bit of money for those seats 4 rows from the top, but
I have no doubt. I have
Yeah.
no doubt because that it's a once in a lifetime thing versus an annual event,
Right.
And so they know that. But to me, Mercedes-Benz, and I've been to Yankee Stadium, I've been to multiple sports outings. To me, Mercedes-Benz does everything right, from logistics, parking, entrances, exits, ushering, security is very helpful, and the floor managers. I mean, Allison, in typical fashion, had to be extremely early to the SEC championship game.
Correct.
And her justification was, we know where we're sitting, but we don't know how to get there. That is true. That's very
so
true.
you go to your seats first.
Yep.
Then you go to the bathroom and
you make sure they're there.
Yeah.
And nobody's
And
sitting in them.
And we had all of the fun. So let me ask you this. Did they serve alcohol during the game? Because they did not during the SEC championship.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get any just because it was me and Cyrus, We did get some commemorative cups that actually had the opponents listed on the cup, so it wasn't just generic World Cup.
That's nice.
So that's good. So we can look back at that and know we were there for Spain Cabo Verde. They did that well, and it was, they just opened it up, had a normal game, normal food choices and stuff. They covered up all the logos, Mercedes-Benz and all that stuff. The only thing that they had to allow was the very top of the roof. There's a Mercedes-Benz logo. They didn't make them cover that up. They just didn't do any blimp flyovers at Mercedes.
Oh, okay. All right.
How many people were there? Was it sold out?
I believe it was sold out or close to it. I'm not sure. How many does Mercedes-Benz hold? It seemed like it was like 78,000 or something.
At the SEC championship game, they announced the attendance of 78,000. I've got the picture on my phone. And
Okay.
It was considered a sellout when Georgia played Alabama the last time Saban was the head coach.
Okay, it says 67,640.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, so the capacity was 71,000 with the arrangement, and we got 67,640.
So that's pretty good.
That's
For
really
a
good.
non-American game. All the U.S. games are selling out. Some of the others maybe not.
Yeah, but
And if
to me,
you go on-
why would you go to a U.S. game if you could go to one of these others that have got legendary
We went to a U.S. game leading up to the World Cup, and we got better seats because it was cheaper. We were at midfield. We were still pretty far up, but not 4 rows from the top. But yeah, we did both. We were able to do both.
Yeah.
It was great.
I mean,
in
I'd
our
pay extra
experience,
money
the
to see-
Vista.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Allison.
No, I was just gonna say I'd pay extra money to see like Ronaldo or
Yeah.
or one of those guys because to me that's the draw. I can see
Right.
my U.S. team not whenever, but whenever.
Yeah, that's
These
like
other-
there's a young guy on Spain, Lamine Yamal. He
Mm-hmm.
played. Obviously, he didn't score. We saw the U.S. play Portugal, but Ronaldo did not play because it was a warm-up game, and some of these older
Mhm.
guys just don't play in the warm-up games. So, unfortunately, we have seen Messi play in the MLS. So,
Right, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah. But from the viewpoint, was the game still enjoyable? Joking that
It
you're up in
was,
the
'cause-
rafters, but
you felt, when there was a build-up, when somebody moves the ball down the field and there's going to be an opportunity to shoot, people start making noise, and you can feel it in the crowd. It comes up, then it goes down. It gets blocked, and then there's a punt back, and it kind of settles down. Then, we were in the first half, we're looking over pretty close to the goal where the Cabo Verde goalie is. So he's blocking shots left and right. So we're seeing all this pretty much up close. So it was a pretty good view. I don't think there's a bad seat in that place. They've done.
I
well.
was just going to say we had really good seats on the second level, that were elevated, but we were right behind the end zone where you guys were.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't need the big board necessarily to see everything, in
Right.
Mercedes-Benz. So to your point, it's a really well-designed, stadium. I just didn't know if it changes because of soccer versus football,
Well, to me, it's almost better to be a little higher with soccer because the action is happening kind of everywhere.
Yep.
They can just kick it across the field at any moment. So it's almost like a constant guys going out for passes. Like, oh, we got this guy cutting across, so they're going to get it to him.
That's how I feel about hockey. Like,
yeah,
a little higher is better because you need to see the whole
Right.
playing field. You need to see the whole rink. Yeah.
Well, and when I bought the baseball tickets for opening day, this is the shot.
Yes.
And I was initially a little disappointed and then realized you can see the entire field.
And I told him, I said, no, this is good. Trust me.
See the entire field. Yeah. And
so that was our trip.
I would ask because Mercedes-Benz is, to me, it's a fantastic stadium.
Yeah.
It may be the best one. I mean, it may be the best one that's being used in the World Cup. I can't think of one that's better. I mean, SoFi is going to be used. What's the one in New Jersey that's going to have a final?
MetLife?
MetLife, yeah.
That's going to have a what?
New Jersey Stadium, as they say. Oh, it's weeks away.
It's good, but it's going to have a what? I didn't hear what you said.
It's going to have the final.
Oh, it is?
Championship game, yeah.
Ooh.
Stupid ass New Jersey.
Good luck with that.
We'll talk more about New Jersey in a little bit.
We
can't have it in Yankee Stadium. We're busy. Tell them, Allison, we're busy.
We're busy.
Yankee Stadium. We're busy.
So here's a list. I put together a few guys that are doing pretty well. Some of these you've probably heard of. Messi's in the middle. He scored 3 goals in the first game, got a hat trick in Argentina's first game. At one point, there were 3 goals scored by anybody that plays in the MLS after like the first set of games, and Messi was the only one that scored. The whole MLS went 0
Wow.
whatever. Then we've got Harry Kane from England. He's up top. He scored a couple of goals. Kylian Mbappe plays for France. He's on the bottom there. Bottom right corner, that's Vozina. They just go, it's kind of like Madonna, but that's the goalie for Cabo Verde that we watched. So he did great. He was the player of the game. Upper left is Erling Haaland, this giant, aggressive guy from Norway that plays for Manchester City.
Oh.
He's like 6'5" or something like that, and he's moving around. Just
that's big.
Big
yeah, that's a big dude.
And they got a couple of guys from the U.S. here. The first one in the upper right, he is only able to play on the U.S. team. This is Balogun.
I heard this story.
So his mom was pregnant. They lived in London. They flew to New York on vacation. They were going to get back on the plane, and they weren't allowed on the plane because she was too close to having the baby. So they made her stay here. So he was born in New York instead of going back home to London. And that's the only reason that he can play on the U.S. team.
Yep. Valid reason.
Yeah. And then bottom left, for anybody that's been following, this is Diamond's little brother. If anybody knows what that means, this is Alex Freeman, Antonio Freeman's son. He's a defender for the U.S. national team, and he's in.
Very good.
Exciting.
And
I know Messi.
Yeah.
Right. And then Ronaldo didn't have a great game in the first one. So this whole debate about Ronaldo and Messi, it's really not a debate. Some people will say Ronaldo, but Messi is light years ahead.
Ronaldo is my age, Terry. Give him a break.
Yeah.
He's been playing soccer a long time.
Messi has too, and he got it.
The World Cup reminds me, I do like when the World Cup comes around because we get David Beckham commercials. So thank you very much.
Exactly. And I'm almost to the end of season 3 of Ted Lasso.
Thank God, Terry.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but I keep getting reels of Ted Lasso, and it looks like it's my speed, especially with Roy.
And then I figured out that Coach Beard, the guy that plays Coach Beard, has a soccer podcast. So I've been paying attention to that too.
I love that guy. He's great.
Yeah, I love Roy. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Like,
Roy,
He's
my
one of the writers. I saw where he was talking. He was writing the show, and he goes, "It dawned on me at some point that I was Roy Kent, so I was going to have to play that."
I like when he gets in trouble with his niece's teacher. She's telling him, "Do I do that?"
So far, and this may change today. I don't know what games are going on today. Maybe not, but the only three teams that are currently,
somebody else is happening right now.
Yeah, I saw that. I think Spain had the one tie, so when they had their win, that did not push them into qualification yet. They will qualify unless it falls apart. But United States, Germany, and Mexico are the only countries right now who are in.
All right. Good luck, USA.
And we are currently in the group stage. For those that don't know how this works, there are groups of 4, and they play each other, all like round robin against each other. And then the top 32 of the 48, so I guess the top 3 of every one of the groups of 4 goes on to the knockout stage, which is just a regular 32-team tournament.
Okay.
So only these teams have qualified because it takes a long time.
I was going to say,
one game a week.
Round start.
It's a while because we're still in the second set of games. There's some teams that have only played one game so far.
Okay.
So it takes a while. But keep that in mind because the next thing I'm going to talk about is the reason we're off next week. So you think about that format, and we're doing the same thing in youth soccer next week, and we're going to be in St. Louis. So we are, I pointed out the 5 locations where we're going to have regional playoffs. We've got, it was like Norco, California or something. Looked like it was close to San Diego. I don't know. That's the West. They've already finished theirs up. 2 teams from San Diego won. There's one in Fort Worth, Texas. I assumed that blue thing was Dallas-Fort Worth because soccer is huge in Dallas. St. Louis, that's where we're headed. There's one going on right now in North Carolina, and then there's one in New Jersey. And then the top 8 teams across the country meet in Richmond, Virginia for the National Cup. So we'll see what happens.
So if Cyrus makes it, when is the Virginia one?
It's mid-July. I don't remember the exact dates, but it's like a 2-week break, and then you go. So it's like, hey, everybody, use this time to take out a loan.
Yeah.
So you can go on yet another surprise trip.
Okay.
So that's kind of where that is. And a little perspective, when we first started this podcast, Cyrus was playing AYSO. That is in the bottom of this youth soccer pyramid thing over here.
Mm-hmm.
He is now playing ECNL Regional, which is in the middle in the red box.
Oh.
The top is MLS Next. That's the MLS team academies.
Mm-hmm.
Inter Miami Academy. That's who Messi's kids play for.
Oh.
Then the national level team in the ECNL, which he plays regional. He's like in the Division 2. The Division 1 is right above there. So he's playing pretty high level competition. They're doing well. We're proud of them, and we're heading to St. Louis and to see if we end up going to Richmond.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on when it lands, Richmond is only a couple hours from my house.
And it's close to my birthday is what I was thinking.
Well, hey, I'll let y'all know. And like I said, I may be taking out a loan to get there, but we'll see.
Yeah, you can all have Messi. I'll take Cyrus Weaver.
I was going to say, we don't care about USA.
Cyrus is my favorite soccer player, even if he's an angsty teenage boy. He's still my favorite soccer player.
Well, they all are.
No, don't take any pictures, Dad. What's wrong with you? Like, let's not commemorate our victory where we're going to a national championship tournament.
Exactly. So that's what I'll be doing next week instead of having a show. So we're going to miss another one next week. And we've had several warm-up games. That's why we've missed the last few. We played a couple of games near Atlanta a couple of weeks ago. We did well there. The teams that we played well against are playing in North Carolina right now, and they're doing well. So that bodes well for our trip to St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
We did play a couple of the higher level teams and got beat, but that's kind of the expectation because we're a tier 3 team, they're tier 1 and 2, so that's kind of what you expect. Trying to get sharp.
Well, and yeah, you're never going to get better if you don't play someone who's better than you, and that's just a fact.
Big fish in small pond doesn't get better.
Yeah, that's just a fact. You'll never get better if you don't play somebody better than you.
That's right. So somewhere in all of this may be the U.S. men's national team players for, I don't know, 2052 or 4 or whatever the year would be.
Okay. Well, good luck to Cyrus.
We're rooting for Cyrus. We don't like any other soccer players right now. Cyrus.
No,
who was incidentally, as Terry will remind you, supposed to be a baseball player. But
that's right.
Hey, that's how it works out. And that's probably good because I'm learning as he goes, and I don't know enough to yell anything from the sideline, so I just said
Terry is saying he's dangerous in baseball, though. He knows enough.
You don't want me on the sideline. Umpires don't want to see me, so they don't have to see me.
About kids not going after how you name them. I mean, I named my kid's nickname is right out of a superhero evil villain, and my kid couldn't give 2 shits about superheroes or any of that stuff. And I'm like, come on. All right, this is my
Speaking of superheroes, we got Danhausen in the news.
Let me tell you. Look, I'm a New Yorker, but I was never a Knicks fan, so I wasn't going to jump on the bandwagon. But if you haven't been paying attention and have been living under a rock, Danhausen was the best thing to happen to the Knicks this year, and I don't care who says different. It was the funniest to me story that ever happened. So what happened? He got into a fight with Stephen A. Smith, right? Was that what happened? Was that who he got into a fight with? Or some guy?
Well, Stephen A. Smith gets in a fight with a lot of people. So
I think that's who he got into a fight with. And so he cursed him in the Knicks. They lost, and they begged him to uncurse the Knicks. They uncursed the Knicks, and I think they went, 10-1 or something?
Yeah.
They lost.
And the only game they lost was the game that Trump was at?
Yeah, they went 4-1, and I think the game Trump was at was the one they lost.
Yeah. Needless to say, champions Danhausen is now forever a part of Knicks history.
And if my brain serves me correct, the last time the New York Knickerbockers won a world championship, Phil Jackson was actually playing for them. Yes, that Phil Jackson.
Yeah, probably. That's probably about right.
Of 2 dynasties, both the Bulls and the Lakers. So
all those years with Patrick Ewing.
Oh, Patrick Ewing. God bless.
And New York and Chicago, growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
What a damn series that was, because you knew it was going to get brutal. It was going to get ugly. If they did that same game in 2026, the benches would be cleared because nobody would be left. They'd all be ejected. They'd tee them all up, just like when Detroit played Chicago or when Detroit played New York. It was old school basketball. But Jalen Brunson is a New York Yankees fan, Terry. I saw him with Michael Kay the other day on the program, as I like to call it, the program, because people think I have an obsessive personality with baseball. So I was watching my stories the other day, and Jalen Brunson happened to be on during my stories. But anyway, the Knicks thing is great. I did pull up while we're on Danhausen, although he's in WWE, even though that looks like, that is the WWE graphic.
That's when he came out of the box.
I did see on SmackDown, and we're going to talk a little wrestling, that somehow Sami Zayn has been important again and is now entered into the Cody Rhodes versus Gunther match in a 3-way after screwing Gunther out of the title on SmackDown. So,
well, to be fair, he tried.
To be fair, I hate Sami Zayn in this
I know,
spot.
but he did try to do a clean match, and so it just didn't. It was yeah.
Well, now we're going to get Cody crying because he, oh, you broke the rules. I hope he kicks his face in. I can't stand Cody Rhodes.
It's another multi-man match. Terry's happy.
Multi-man match, Terry's favorite. Also, main event Jey Uso drew Obafemi in the finals of the King of the Ring. So, in my opinion, this goes one of two ways. Jey wins because of Brock Lesnar, or Oba wins because they're setting up Roman and Oba at SummerSlam. But SummerSlam's in Minneapolis, the home of the Beast. And if he's really going to retire, then... And Willie Thornbrew, who we haven't acknowledged, has made some comments. Willie, welcome to the show. We apologize. We're sitting here talking about soccer. In Saudi... it makes sense, but they've had that opportunity before.
Right.
They had it in Montreal with Roman for the world title. They had it, in Saudi a couple times now. And I don't believe that WWE booking is all in on Sami Zayn. I don't believe that he wins that title.
What do you do with him if you give him the title? You do nothing.
Well, and the problem is Cody's the face of the company, whether you like it or you don't. Like I do, I think he's got the most punchable face in WWE, but I just can't stand him. Well, you can tell you can tell he's so insincere and he's such a politician, and it's disgusting. I mean, anybody that has to name themselves QB1, I've stated this loudly and clearly multiple times on this show, but you don't give yourself a nickname, dumbass. You let the other people give you a nickname. So I cannot think of anything more pretentious than the man coming out to call himself QB1 and then Michael Cole gagging on it 87 times while he calls him QB1 just annoys the ever-living piss out of me. So, that's where I'm at on Cody. And Roman is ratings, but I think that they wait for Obafemi and let the summer cycle finish out. But he beats Lesnar, he gets the title shot.
Yeah.
But I don't know that Lesnar loses in Minneapolis. So, because that is the home of the Beast, where he won his national championship in wrestling. 105 victories in the heavyweight division and college level. It's insanity. Also, because I am that friend and I love to torture you both, I pulled up the Forbidden Door card here on the Twitter machine.
I didn't even know there was a card already.
Well, at the top of the show, where is our friend Amy? I have an announcement to make in case you didn't see it, which I'm sure you did because
you may or may not still be here.
Yeah, I'm sure you did because you are obsessed with FTR. Apparently, they announced on Twitter they're stepping away from wrestling for a little while to do personal things. It could be a ruse, but Dak Harwood, who's so brilliant, he put that out there. Yeah, someone check on Amy, please.
Amy, are you all right? Oh my God, now I'm worried.
Yeah, I saw that on the Twitter. But this is your show. Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland promises to be a banger.
Banger.
Damn it, Mercedes Moné is back against My World or Maya World. I don't even know who that is.
I have no idea who she is.
Yeah, Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Yes.
We have Umino against Pac. That should be pretty decent. Tekla against the Starlight Kid. No clue, folks. No clue.
He sounds straight from a video game.
Yeah. John Moxley holding the Continental title designated for the best wrestler in the world into AEW anyway, off of a 5-on-5 no holds barred match. Is taking on Bandito for some reason. Then we have a 3-team tag match, Terry, because you got to get the multiples in here. We've got the Sky Team, whoever they are, versus the Young Bucks. And then, what is that? Unbound Company. So no idea who 4 of these 6 people are. We got Christian and Not Edge wrestling the Dogs. And I know who the Dogs are. That's good. And then, because we can't help ourselves in AEW, we have a 10-man steel cage match Actually, I lied. It's a 12-man steel cage match.
Is it 6 on 6?
Not blood and guts. It's 6-on-6, Terry.
Oh wow.
And we
That's
have
where I start not liking it, when the teams get big.
Yeah.
Kevin Knight, Andrade, Okada, MJF, and Kyle Fletcher, and some other guy who I don't recognize, taking on Roddy, Orange, Kyle, Darby, Jay Briscoe, and Konosuke Takeshita.
Oh wow.
And then at the buy-in, because we have to have a preview match so the New Jersey boys can get on there,
What?
we've got Divine Dominion, the AEW Women's Tag Champs, mind you, on the pre-show against Thunder Rosa and Olympia, whoever Olympia is. So there's your rundown. I'm going to give a analytical description of a 12-man cage match.
Yeah.
One ring, 12 men, one referee, cluster fuck. Now that is an analytical term used to describe Tony Khan booking. That is an absolute clusterfuck waiting to happen. How are you going to shoot 12 guys in a ring? It's bad enough when they do the war game style match. Now you've got one ring, cage, 12 guys.
At some point, the door will be open,
You think?
and then it'll be even more chaos poured in.
And
sounds about right.
that pay-per-view is next week, next Sunday.
They're both
So-
next week, aren't they? One Saturday, one Sunday.
I think the Saudi show is Saturday.
Yeah, Saudi is in the afternoon for us on Saturday.
And safe travels to all of our people. There's a lot of things going on in the Middle East. Like nobody wants to see anything bad happen,
Yeah.
But we're still stubbornly going to go ahead and have a wrestling event bought and
Right.
paid for by the House of Saud. So, again, not political. Those are facts. They did pay for the show. Anyway, so yeah, a 12-man tag match because we need that many people inside of a steel cage, Terry. And really, there was way too much one-on-one, so Tony's just making it up to you to get all 12 guys in there. That's really what that is.
Well, thank him for me.
Yeah, I'll be happy to. What's his number? Oh, wait, he blocked
Oh
me.
God, no.
Yeah, after the CM Punk debacle, he blocked me. I think I actually am blocked on Twitter by Tony Khan, but
Would not be surprised.
well, I just may or may not have accused him of being being an astronaut. So anyway, just a little high.
All right.
Let's
Woo!
talk some baseball.
Let's.
It's been a while, and this
Nice
update to the
story.
standings, teams didn't move too much, but the Yankees are now in first place. So that happened.
Yeah.
Yes, and as long as Tampa lost or didn't play today, they're still up by 2. But yeah, so they lost
No,
today.
they played the Braves today.
Did Tampa win or lose?
Oh, never mind. The Braves were playing the Blue Jays, not the Rays. That's right.
Yeah, so the Rays and the Yankees have implemented small ball thanks to all the muscle being on the bench. We got $115 million between Max Fried, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and $22.5 million single season paycheck to Trent Grisham, all on the injured list right now. The bright spot is the shirt right here, Terry.
Yes.
This is Cam Schlittler. I got this from the John Boy Media Store. Everybody should go there. Very comfortable shirt. He doesn't
I didn't
sponsor.
know John Boy had a media store.
Oh, yes. He's got merch.
Oh.
He's got swag. Yeah. So Schlittler, 1.71 ERA, 8-3, 2 wins with no decisions. Yankees wins with no decision. The man threw 91 pitches the other day, hit a batter, walked nobody, gave up 4 hits, 6 innings,
Didn't he?
13 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Career high. So that's why he threw 91 pitches. But like Jacob Mezorowski, it's movement, placement, and velocity. And so you're seeing more and more of this from these guys. Schlittler 6'4", walks around about 225. Mezorowski 6'7" and 199, according to his what would be the back of his baseball card, Terry, like when we were kids. But Mezarowski the other day, we haven't talked in a long time. Mezarowski threw a no-hitter, or not a no-hitter, a complete game, one-hit baseball, got into the double play, so they threw 27 up, 27 down. 52 pitches of his 98 were over 102 miles an hour.
Insane.
And he never lost the velocity. And that last strikeout, that ball moved so much. And, I mean, he just hammering people right now. But like I said, he's a string bean, 6'7" and 199 pounds, but probably the best pitcher in baseball right now. Schlittler's in the conversation, but, I mean, when you got a guy touching 102 miles an hour for over half his pitches, I mean, there's just nothing anybody's going to do. And it's not fastballs down the middle. I mean, he's up, he's down, he's in the zone, he's on the hands. Right. You know, the ball starts out and cuts in. I mean, he is a specimen as a baseball pitcher. I might have a crush on him, full disclosure. But yeah,
Fried is not your type.
Yeah, Fried has started to throw. It's a baseball crush. Lighten up, lady. Fried has started to throw the bullpen, so that's good, which means now the Yankees have the question, who moves to middle relief? And it's probably Ryan Weathers, because it's going to be Cole, Fried, Schlittler. There's your top three. And then you got Rodon, Warren, and Weathers. And I would imagine it's Weathers. And Elmer got called up today to give Fried an extra day off. Or not Fried, Cole. And the damn Yankees can't get anybody scoring and anybody in. They left, I don't know how many people on base because I didn't even want to look. And left runners in scoring position multiple times and lose 5-1 to the Reds at home. But they called up Elmer. Elmer did fine, I thought, but he got no run support. You know, you can't leave that many batters on base and win ball games. But the Yankees have been playing a smaller version of baseball because when you take the nuke of Giancarlo Stanton out of the lineup and you take the best right-handed batter in the history of baseball out of the lineup, you better find something else to get you runs. And they scored 22 runs against the White Sox in the first two games and then lost the third game, but and only scored one. But it is baseball season. The Yankees actually have a winning record in June right now, which is not been something they like to do.
And they pushed they pushed to you said 2 games up on the Rays. When I looked, it was 3, so maybe there's a little bit of a.
Well, no, if the Rays won today, it would only be 2. So, but the Yankees have played more games, if my math is correct, than the Rays. A couple more. But
that's how it is with the Dodgers and Braves, because the Dodgers have extended a big lead on the Padres to 9 games, and the Braves are only 0.04 percentage points above the Dodgers because, like you said, the Dodgers are playing more games.
And I don't want anybody to sleep on Shohei Ohtani and how great he is. I watched him at the Mexican restaurant the other day. They were watching soccer, so I turned the baseball on, and he had a blister on his finger and gave up 4 runs, and he completed his outing with the blister just pouring blood right out of the tip of his finger. So, Shohei still got it. But the Dodgers, there is no answer for the Dodgers.
No.
And there's not in the West for sure. But the stupid-ass Mets are losing 6-1 right now to Philly, Terry. So the thing you need to worry about is Donnie Baseball has the Phillies playing really good baseball right now. They're about to be 33-16 since he took over. And
Spencer Strider came back, and he doesn't have his velocity with him. So that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, can't throw meatballs. And like the starting pitching of the Yankees, the only reason they've won 46 games. I ain't going to lie about it. This is the only reason they've won 46 games. When you take chess pieces like Judge and Stanton out of the lineup, because every manager has to figure out how to deal with the guys like that. And they're not in the lineup,
Right.
And then they're beating 500-plus teams, but they're doing it with small ball, stealing bases, running well, small hits. And I think we see more and more of that as baseball progresses, because you're going to have the Mazeroskis of the world around for a while, the Cam Schlitlers of the world.
Mhm.
They're going to throw heat. You're going to have to rely on your guys being able to survive 6 innings before they bring in the bullpen, and that's where it is right now. So
Meanwhile, we've got the AL West where nobody has a winning record, and we're talking about expanding baseball.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So 8 wins separate 1 and 5. Thank God. George, we're going to have a quiz. I'm going to give you a pass about 5-time world champion Jorge Posada today because it's Father's Day and I love you. You're my father-in-law here. But I'm going to give you a pass. But we're going to do a quiz together on My Number, the special on Jorge Posada from earlier this week. I hope you took notes, sir. The story of My Number featured Jorge this week, Terry, and I reminded George of this, and he gave me a vomiting emoji in the group chat. Which
He
is
sure did.
disrespectful to Jorge. Hip hip hooray! Switch hitting, 5-time world champion, 273 batting average. What's Austin Wells done lately? Oh, yeah, that's right. He came back from the injured reserve with a new set of sunglasses and a helmet because he had cervical headaches. So,
Are we talking about like John Olerud style? He's in the field with a helmet?
no, he's a catcher. He's a catcher.
Oh, okay.
But he's got a hockey style helmet on now and a different type of face mask. And apparently
Charlie O'Brien did that for the Braves 20 years ago.
Yeah. And Allison is over it now, particularly after he rocked those sunglasses today.
Yep, that was it. Nope.
That was it. That's what did it for her. That they're broken up now. So
we're broken up. That's it.
So the sunglasses didn't help. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they don't help his attractiveness by any means. That's for sure. But yeah, hip hip hooray to George. That's the man.
Oh, all right.
So we're going to stick with baseball tonight.
Yeah, we are.
And on Father's Day, which is a great day to do this list, my father was my baseball coach for many, many years.
Oh.
Taught me the okay change, and I made a bunch of little boys look a fool trying to hit it. We are going to rank the top 10 greatest baseball managers.
Yes. This graphic is lovely. I absolutely thoroughly enjoy this. Although
the ump is supposed to be me.
It is. It's just it's a beefier. If you were my type. See if you were my type.
Oh,
Clearly, you were doing your best Laz Diaz imitation. I would never raise my voice to you, Terry.
Oh my God!
So you start arguing with me about Bobby Cox tonight. But
fun fact:
I actually did some research on these baseball managers because Terry went deep. When I saw Washington Senators on the list, I said, "Oh, we're going that far back." Okay.
Spiders was on the list too, which, if you don't know, the Spiders, that was the name of the Cleveland team.
Cleveland Indians,
here's a little history. We got to get into this. So they ended up having a bunch of Native American players on their team, on the Spiders. So they said, why don't we just call ourselves the Indians? And that's where the Indians came.
Nice.
Yeah, I love the Cleveland Indians, particularly from the movie Major League. And that's where the love starts and stops. As long as they're the Guardians, they will always be trash. Cleveland is a trash town. I don't care if they're the Spiders, the Indians, or the Guardians. And on the hate list of Yankees hierarchy, they are number 1.
Correct.
They are number 1. We do not.
I just don't know why they didn't become the Spiders again.
We hate the Mets less than we hate the Guardians.
Right.
I mean, it's just.
I hate the Mets. Let's not go too far.
But they're the stupid ass Mets. They're like little brother. You've got to, you just. I mean, right now it's 6-1 or 7-1. Harper just hit a home run, so Terry.
Okay.
Johnny Baseball got him playing in Philly.
Before we start talking about actual managers here. Oh, before we get into this, I do need to mention, so it's not forgotten. We are 2 games deep in the best of 3 series in the College World Series finals.
1-1. Yep.
Yesterday, Oklahoma beat North Carolina 9-3, And
Woo.
today, North Carolina beat Oklahoma 6-2. So game
Damn.
3 and the final game will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central, so 7 Eastern.
Yes.
Right.
And to answer that question, Matt, apparently StreamYard scheduled this for Central Time, which is why you thought it started at 9. But we're glad you're here. And Amy, you are an intelligent friend of mine. Don't put Aaron Boone on anywhere near greatest managers list.
She meant to not put Aaron Boone
That's
on
what I'm
her.
saying. She's
Yeah.
smart enough to not put him on the list. I knew what she meant. I read it the correct way
I
because
know.
no one would ever let Booney sniff this list. I mean, his whole lineup today was trash. We didn't even get into it. His whole lineup was absolute garbage today. You got Cody Bellinger in the DH instead of playing left field where he belongs. You got Spencer not in the DH. You put Dominguez out there. You got Caballero playing left field. I just absolutely. Boone is not a manager. He also let Garrett Cole throw 38 pitches in the 5th inning of a World Series game. The Yankees were winning. So I'm out on Boone.
Okay, let me pull this up so I can actually see stats a little bit. So because I didn't put them on the thing.
Oh, good. You're gonna give us facts.
No, just the ones I already gave you when you voted. I'm just
okay.
I will say that this list should be very Yankees top heavy.
Yes.
And it is not because I am a Yankees fan.
No.
But there are 3 eras of awesome Yankees baseball represented by 3 managers on this list.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have it and I'm sorry, not Billy Martin there, Allison. I would find it very hard to believe that those 3 are not in the top 10 because of who they managed. So anyway.
Okay.
See, that's okay. We'll get into that discussion because that's who they managed is
Yeah.
You want to manage Gehrig and Ruth when they're in the middle of a pissing contest over who gets to hit the ball into what side of the field? Come on now, Terry.
I love the John Goodman movie about Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Where they're walking up the stairs and somebody says, "Hit it where they ain't," and he goes, "They ain't over the fence." Here's the ones that just missed the list.
Oh,
Dusty Baker,
I like Dusty
Joe
Baker.
McCarthy, John McGraw, and Terry Francona.
So, Dusty's fine. I know nothing about John McGraw, full disclosure. Joe McCarthy managed Murderers Row.
Yep.
That includes the Great Bambino and the
7
Iron
World Series, yeah.
7 World Series championships, and you're telling me this son of a bitch can't make the list.
You want to know why? Because he ended up being a traitor, and he managed the Red Sox.
Well, that's probably true. And then let's talk about Terry Francona.
No.
Without Terry Francona, the Boston Red Sox do not break the curse of the Great Bambino. They do not win the 2004 World Series. They do not win the 2008 World Series. And the man has 2,100 wins as a baseball manager. You are all fired for both of those decisions.
I give
100% unequivocally fired for those decisions.
I give the Red Sox thing to Theo Epstein because then he went to Chicago and won the World Series with the Cubs.
Crazy.
He said, "I fear no curse." He had Danhausen on his side or something.
That's right.
He tapped into Danhausen.
That's right.
Yeah, but McCarthy had a hell of a job trying to manage all of the egos.
Oh yeah, I mean 7 World Series. That's why I put the number of World Series instead of just the wins.
Yeah.
And the teams they coached.
Exactly.
John McGraw coached the Orioles and the Giants and won 3 World Series.
No, and I just don't know anything about him.
Back when they didn't even have the name of their team on the front of their
Yeah, I was gonna say that's so long ago. I don't actually know him. But our audience and our voters are fired because even though Allison hates how much I love Terry Francona, that 2004 run, down 3-0, they bust Mariano, they win 4 straight, they sweep the World Series. A lot of that had to do with his management decisions. Yeah. Who he hit, who he sent in. And, it didn't help or didn't hurt that he had Pedro and Manny and
Right.
Big Poppy and, all of the rest of the Red Sox Johnny Damon, I'm going to miss somebody, Veritek. So anyway, yeah, Francona 100% belongs on this list. And by the way, I believe an active manager in the Hall of Fame. So he is actually already in baseball's Hall of Fame.
Crazy.
Yes, Amy, Big Poppy, David Ortiz. That is correct.
That's right.
You asked us about nicknames the other day,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go ahead and tell you that there is at least one manager with a nickname on this list, and he is number 10, Sparky Anderson. I'm guessing that's not his real name.
And
I
look,
think he should have been higher. He was the manager of the Big Red Machine in the 70s.
Yeah, and you can tell that Sparky is an old school manager because he's got a pipe in the dugout.
That's why I picked this picture.
There is no tobacco use in the dugout anymore, which is why Aaron Boone looks like a fool blowing bubbles with his double bubble gum. That throwing a handful of sunflower seeds in like he's going to be able to chew them all. Insanity. But yeah, the Big Red Machine. I was watching some Yankees videos I know you find that hard to believe. They're my stories.
What?
But yeah, exactly. You all have days of your lives. I have New York Yankees baseball. And the Big Red Machine in 76, wasn't it? Took out the Yankees in the World Series.
They won it in 75 and 76. I'm not sure which year.
So they took the Yankees out in 76, and the Yankees won it back-to-back in 77 and 78. But, yeah, the Big Red Machine was one hell of a baseball team. And anyway, I mean, it is what it is. So that's what it was. It was Paul O'Neill and whoever he was talking about 76 because it was the battle of the catchers. It was Johnny Bench and George, help me out, the catcher in 76 for the Yankees. Oh, not Yogi. Oh, shoot. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I just heard this the other day, and I looked it up. And
Thurman Munson.
Thurman Munson, thank you. Because Thurman Munson won the MVP, but they lost the World Series. So, anyway, Battle of the Catchers.
I like him because his name almost sounds like Herman Munster.
Yeah, Thurman Munson. Thank you, George. You're a little late to the show, but I appreciate it.
And Munson also reminds me of the movie Kingpin. If you haven't seen that, it's funny, but I don't suggest you
Oh,
go
God, that's a good one.
Oh, it's such a dirty comedy, old Roy Munson.
There's parts I will
bad.
not watch. I'm not skipping this part. I'm skipping this part.
So bad.
Number 9, Billy Martin.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
He was
Billy.
hired a record number of times.
Steinbrenner fired him in his introductory press conference.
This is, to me, Billy Martin is the excellent representation of a New York coach. Annoying, loud, keeps getting fired, and thrown out. Just, yeah.
And only won one World Series in all those 10 years with the Yankees. Only all those trips, he only had one.
He also coached the Twins, Tigers, and Rangers, and the A's.
Yeah.
Yeah. All those, maybe in between managing the Yankees, he was at those other places.
Yeah, the problem is, Dave, you're old, and welcome to the show. Happy Father's Day. Nice of you to show up.
Father's Day, Super Day.
There are at least 3 Yankees managers better than Billy Martin, and one of them didn't make the top 10, and you're all still fired. So that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All still fired.
Number 8 is one of my favorites, and I got several favorites, by the way.
Okay.
One of them didn't make the list.
Uh-oh.
Number
We'll
8.
grumble about that later.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Lou
Lou
Piniella.
Piniella.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to get a picture of him yelling at somebody.
Yep.
Yeah,
This
Lou
is
is great.
This is childhood right here. Watching Lou Piniella yell on the sidelines.
Yankees, Reds, Mariners, Rays, and Cubs. 1,827 wins and 1 World Series title.
So much fun to watch.
So good. Yeah. Piniella was so good. This takes me back to watching baseball with Grandpa because he always watched the Cubs. And Piniella, fantastic. So
Good stuff. Super Day says he was my number 5, but F that guy.
I guess I remember him most when I was growing up as the Mariners manager. I don't know.
I think for me it was Mariners and Reds probably.
Yeah. I just remember I would be watching Sports Center or Baseball Tonight,
Oh yeah.
and one of the clips would be he would get thrown out of the game and throw a fit and start throwing things, kick dirt and rip the base up and throw it and stuff.
Now that you say that, I remember this as the Mariners, and I happen to, of course, obsessively watch baseball content. And so Tino Martinez, great
What?
first baseman for the New York Yankees, Allison's husband, was a Mariners baseball player.
Yep.
And Piniella has to tell him he's being traded after it gets leaked by the media. And they're well, Griffey's got the big contract. Johnson's got the big contract. And Tino's like, wait a minute. We just went to the division championship and I'm going to I'm being traded. And Piniella says, where do you want to go? He says, because I think he said there was the Yankees and someone else. And he said, well, obviously, I'm going to go to the Yankees. And Tino Martinez got his world championship, and nobody on that Mariners team did. So,
right.
At least as a Mariner. Because they sent Randy Johnson to Arizona mid-season, and then he went and won 4 Cy Young. So the Mariners have done some stupid things in their history as a baseball team, which might be, fun trivia fact, why they're the only team to never win a World Series game.
The Expos were the same way, although their great season got robbed from them. So I get why, but their interest fell off.
That's right, Amy. The big unit, Randy Johnson.
That's right.
They got rid of him. Arguably the best pitcher in baseball. At age 40, threw a complete game and won 4 Cy Youngs and a world championship with Arizona in one of the best World Series of my lifetime against the New York Yankees.
And now he's a sports photographer, apparently. He and Ken Griffey Jr. So I don't know if it's a former Mariners thing or what.
Who knows?
Number 7, Bruce Bochy, a guy that just coached everybody and won games and not much else. I mean, I don't remember him arguing with the umps a whole lot. I don't remember a lot about him.
Didn't make my list. Maybe he should have, but he didn't make my list. Nope. Terry froze.
Oh, I was like, is Terry really intently looking at us?
Yeah, he's intensely looking at us, but he's frozen. Yeah, Bruce Bochy, I don't remember. Was this the guy that managed?
I don't know.
Did he manage Gwynn or no, Gwynn was Padres. Did he manage Bonds?
Ooh, he might have, yeah.
I just don't remember this dude.
Me neither. Oh, he's back.
Terry's back.
He managed the Padres and the Giants.
Okay.
And the Rangers.
Oh. All right. I feel bad. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I told y'all when y'all got on, my upload numbers seemed low tonight. I was a little afraid of that.
Yeah, he was the Giants manager, and he led the Padres to the '98 World Series that they got crushed.
I mean, his teams were very good over and over again. He just, he didn't have the personality of some of the other guys. He was just a good manager.
I don't remember him until I put it together that it was Bonds' manager.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I don't think he wasn't very vocal. He wasn't very. Yeah.
Well, they're not going to put him on Sports Center like they did Bobby Cox getting thrown out of every other game. It wasn't quite that many, but still,
Led the Rangers to nothing, Super Nate says. Well, I mean, he got all of that out of the way before he ended up with Texas.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, number 6, and maybe I'll stay on board the whole time. Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah.
Tommy Lasorda. Yes, sir.
Good God.
Tommy loved to argue.
Dirt like the best of them.
He what?
He could kick dirt.
Dirt.
He loved getting into fights with the home plate umpires.
There's a video that I saw where he knew he had to go argue with something, and he went out and he was just asking them, like, what are you going to go eat tonight and all this kind of stuff.
But yelling at him, so it looks like...
yelling at him, so it looks like he's giving them the business.
Yeah. He's got it. That's his job.
2 World Series with the Dodgers. He only coached the Dodgers. Mike Piazza basically got drafted because he was Tommy Lasorda's godson. And
Seriously?
yeah. I mean, they drafted him in like the 54th round or something. It was like a favorite of Tommy Lasorda. And then they're like, this giant 6'8" monster guy, you're saying you didn't want to draft him? Yeah, so Lasorda was also he had a lot of personality. You know,
Yes.
he was a manager when, you know, he would do stuff with the San Diego Chicken a lot. He would be on, you know, that Baseball Bunch show. I think he would show up to that sometimes. You know, he was, what was it, Weight Watchers or something like that? He would do commercials for
Probably.
Slim Fast.
Slim Fast. Oh my God. Tonight
Yeah.
Show regular.
And you got to do that to popularize baseball. And I mean, winning is one way to popularize baseball. The Dodgers franchise has been pretty good over the years, but like you said, one stop for a manager doesn't happen often, you know?
That is
and he's
true.
in LA, so that probably helps the getting out there in the public.
Yeah.
Right. He used to do cameos in movies too, right? If I remember.
Was he
right.
in?
He did a few.
Was he in Naked Gun?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I think he's a Naked Gun cameo.
Yeah. But I think he did a few, and it makes sense, honestly. Oh, there you go. He was. I don't even know what this is, but he was on an episode of Wonder Bug with Don Sutton. Is that something that we have to have a subscription for?
Yeah, Dave is old, so it was probably on the rabbit ears. Public broadcasting in
Did
Texas.
Terry freeze again?
Maybe. Looks like it. He did. There he's back.
Okay.
Kind of. There he is.
Oh, that's frustrating. Anyway,
right.
we'll try to
Let's
get
keep
through
going.
it. Number 5, Bobby Cox. And I had to give a picture of him getting tossed because he was tossed an entire season worth of games, 162.
Seriously?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So Bobby Cox may be most memorable for being tossed out of games on the superficial level, but Terry's about to let me wax eloquent about why he's a top 5 baseball manager. No one with more 100-win seasons than Bobby Cox. No one. 100-win seasons. Remember, they were the losers. How do they put it, Terry? Where he turned the Braves around? They went from.
They were in last place in '91 or something like that.
Yeah, but there's a cute way they say it.
Worst
but anyway,
to first.
Yeah, worst to first. There you go. So Bobby Cox takes over the Braves, has an amazing roster when you look at it today. The pitching staff alone, they all have Hall of Fame ratings and inductions. Right. But he won one World Series because he couldn't get by the New York Yankees, coached by the manager who is better than him, and it's okay. But he won one World Series. But Bobby Cox did more for Southern baseball than just about anybody you could name.
Outhouse to the penthouse.
Yeah,
honestly, I give credit more to Mariano Rivera because that was the one piece that the Braves did not have the whole time.
Was a closer?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they had John Schmaltz, Tom Glavine, Steve Avery, some guy, Greg Maddux. Who did he ever beat? Yeah, who did he ever beat, you know? Again, watching baseball reels, Schmaltz is talking about how Maddux used to get Bobby fired up, and he would be the reason Bobby'd get thrown out of the game because they were talking about the previous day's game, and and Bobby would be like, "Is he calling that low? Is he outside on that call? All right," and he'd leave the office all fired up after they were watching film or whatever, and then he'd get himself tossed. And Schmaltz said it was one of Maddox's favorite games is to get Bobby all wound up before the game ever started. And then he'd get him thrown out of the game. He'd get mad over a call that probably wasn't so bad, but it was Maddux just screwing with Bobby Cox. So,
that would be you. I could see that. That would be you.
Oh, getting them all wound up and
getting
them tossed. Yeah.
Mhm.
I would get thrown out more than Bobby Cox did if I was a
Oh,
manager.
no
That's
question.
probably a fact. You know,
Yeah.
I would get thrown out. Like,
Absolutely.
Aaron Boone ain't got shit on me drawing the strike zone for the umpires. You know, absolutely. And I do love, even though Boone is an idiot, I do love because that guy deserved it that day. I love that he drew the strike zone for the umpire. You're here. You're here. You're here. You're here.
Amazing.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Number 4, Tony La Russa.
That's hard to
Look at
beat.
this picture. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So he
Hard.
coached the A's in the 80s, coached the Cardinals in the 90s.
And the early 2000s, right?
Yeah, in the early 2000s. I don't remember when he retired, but I mean, they all did really well. He coached really good Oakland teams.
He coached McGuire.
Yeah, McGuire
Both
and
places.
he coached McGuire and Canseco.
3 World Series, 2,880 wins. He coached the White Sox first and went to Oakland, and then he coached the Cardinals.
Yeah. My grandfather loved Tony La Russa. So, you know, growing up in Iowa, he always watched baseball. And so that's where my grandma lived. And we either got the Cubs or we got the Cards. And sometimes you got them on the same game, which annoyed him because then he couldn't watch the other game, you know, because they were playing each other.
It's only one game.
Yeah, Grandpa hated that. So, you know, and he loved Tony La Russa. When they won that last World Series in St. Louis, he was, or maybe they only went to it, whatever. He was die hard Tony La Russa all the way. So, also the Cardinals have the second most world championships of any baseball team, followed by, you know, of course, led by the New York Yankees. But the Cardinals have had good baseball teams historically.
For a very long time, yeah.
And I remember, I mean, like, I know that people have their opinions on the steroid thing, but there won't nothing hotter in baseball than watching McGuire and Sosa chase that record of Roger Maris. And when McGuire conquered it and hit number 62, I watched my 70-whatever-year-old grandfather just lose his shit because it was the greatest thing he'd ever seen. And the same man saw Roger Maris hit 61 home runs, you know? So, yeah, my grandpa was a hell of a baseball player back in the day when he was a younger guy. But so he always loved baseball. But watching him lose his shit when Mark McGuire hit number 62 was worth it, you know? Like I said, that was 1998. He was born in 1926. So 76 years old or 72 years old, watching Mark McGuire hit, you know, number 62. And McGuire, of course, finished higher than that. What did he finish with 68 home runs or something that year, whatever it was? But
he got 71 at one point. It may not have been that year. Might have been the next year.
Maybe. Yeah, it don't matter. The guy was incredible. And it was no doubt when he hit number 62, it was gone. And, I mean, it was gone.
He hit some moon shots, yeah.
And he hit that home run against the Cubs. So, I mean, it was gone.
Gotta love it. Number 3.
Top 3.
Connie Mack. And this is the one everybody's like, what? Who is this guy? Well, he coached a long time ago. He's got the most wins by a lot. 3,731 wins. 5 World Series. He coached the Pirates and the A's.
But he also has the most losses and the most ties because I had to look up this guy. I had no clue who he was.
He just coached for a very long time.
He was coaching baseball before the First World War. That is how old this dude is.
Right.
Yep.
So
that's why this is the picture I found of it.
Yeah, he was coaching baseball before we got involved in Europe. So, yeah, just saying. Whatever. I put him in my top 15 because anybody that wins almost 4,000 baseball games as a manager, you know what you're doing. That, or like you said, Terry, you started managing at 18 and didn't retire until you died. I mean, you know, because even back then there weren't 162 games. So he obviously coached a very, very, very long
Very
time.
long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't look up how many seasons, but it had to be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to have the most wins and losses, I don't think he was barely over 500, if I remember correctly. So maybe 600, but he wasn't a big winner. I'm looking him up. I had to look up Bruce because I couldn't remember who the hell he was.
He actually had a losing record.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
3,948 losses.
And he
coached
managed
7,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7,755 games.
53 seasons? That's insane.
17
He
more
coached from 1894 to 1950.
Good for him. He deserves to be in this top 10.
Just from that, I mean, they must have given him the team in preschool.
Before you hit the button, I will only accept Torrey and Stingle, but in that order, by the way.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, Tori number 1, you mean, right?
That's what.
Okay. Well, I disagree. Let's go.
Well, it's number 2 is Casey Stingle.
All right.
And there was a move late in the voting. He was number 3 behind Connie Mack, and then he kind of took over later.
I'm impressed,
Casey
though.
Stingle.
I'm impressed at our voters. This is good.
Seven World
Series.
Championships.
Yeah.
Once famously said, I don't care if Joe DiMaggio likes me or not, he gets paid to play baseball. Managed Mickey Mantle, arguably one of the greatest baseball players ever, and was the man who took down the Brooklyn Dodgers multiple times. I am all in on Casey Stingle.
Then he got stuck with the Mets when they
Ah, happens so often. But Stingle to me is better than Torrey.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because they had real competition in the Brooklyn Dodgers, who apparently,
Absolutely.
unless everybody's
And
let
the
me
Giants.
down and not made Joe Torre number 1, the Dodgers manager who I made like number 4 or 5 is not on this list, and he's the man who managed Jackie Robinson. And all those he won 4 World Series, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But
Leo DeRocher?
I don't
No.
think so.
Wouldn't be him. Dodgers manager?
Ron Washington?
No.
He's younger.
5. Oh, no, that was his 5. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. To look it up. Who was Jackie Robinson?
I don't know, but show me my man at number 1.
Let me figure this out before that.
I got it.
Robinson.
Walt Alston is who I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
4 World Championships with the
No
Dodgers.
Number 1, Joe Torre.
Hell yeah. That's right.
It's hard not to argue, but he had the core 4. Now, I didn't really care for Torrey in Atlanta other than his tantrums were legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary tantrums. It was Atlanta, wasn't it, Terry? No.
Well, he coached the Braves, the Cardinals, the Yankees, and the Dodgers.
It was definitely Atlanta. His tantrums in Atlanta, and he never raised his voice in New York that often.
And I think he matured into being a manager, and that's where he got good. So I can't be too critical of his early days because I think he just had to learn how to do it.
But I will say this. The Yankees drafted Jorge and Pettit on the same day in 1990. Torrey is not there. The Yankees suck. Torrey comes to the club in 95. Is that right? I believe. Comes to the Yankees in 95. And they make the playoffs and lose. And the Braves win the World Championship. And then pretty sure it was 95. The Braves won the World Championship. But Donnie Baseball did not get his World Series, and he retired, and Tino Martinez replaced him. But Joe Torre also, go ahead, Terry.
So he coached the Cardinals in '95, and then he went to New York in '96.
So he's there in 96. Okay. So in 95, he went ahead and signed off on whatever manager was there previous to that did. And that was move Mariano Rivera to the bullpen. And to your point, 5 world championships came from that.
Mm-hmm.
When you've got the greatest closer in baseball history, and then you at Joe Torre decide not to bench Derek Jeter, a rookie who committed so many errors in the 95 season. And then you decide you're going to use a big left-hander named Andy Pettitte. And as much as George hates it, switch hitting catcher Jorge Posada. And you build the team around those 4. And they win championship after championship after championship.
I'm going to say something positive about Jeter. When you have a lot of range, you're going to make more errors.
Right.
He made 53 errors his rookie season. He could have.
Well, that's probably a big number, even if you haven't a lot.
Right.
He could have easily been DFA'd, and Joe Torre believed in Derek Jeter, and Joe Torre won 96 and could have won 97, and then they won 3, and then they won 09. So, 09 was Girardi, so he won 4 of them. But his team, Joe Girardi's baseball team, the core of it was developed by Joe Torre.
Correct.
Right.
And Steinbrenner ran him out of town for whatever reason, and he shouldn't have. But the Yankees never missed the playoffs under Joe Torre, and they never had a losing season under Joe Torre. And they also won 100 games multiple times under Joe Torre. So it's a good number 1. I still think Stengel's better, but it's only because Stengel won 7 world championships. You know, it's
had to deal with Babe Ruth.
Well, Stengel, he didn't deal with Babe Ruth. Stengel came in
he was
47.
later. Okay.
Ruth was dead. Yeah, he dealt with DiMaggio.
Ruth was dead. Ruth was dead.
Ruth was dead. What a way to put that. That's true. That's true.
But Ruth was dead in 47.
Well, it would have been hard to manage the Mets after managing the Yankees.
7 world championships featuring Joe DiMaggio and damn Mickey Mantle. Please. Good Lord. And being the guy, Terry, that took down the Dodgers and, like you said, the Giants. I mean, come on.
That's right.
It's not even fair.
He went to the Yankees in 49. He was so Stengel started managing in 1934.
Yep.
I mean, he managed the Brooklyn Dodgers for 3 years.
Yep. He was the interim. Well,
so he managed against Ruth, but he wasn't with the Yankees until Ruth was gone.
Well, and when McCarthy retired, they picked somebody else, and then that guy didn't make the playoffs, and they fired him, and then they brought in Stengel. So, McCarthy, Joseph McCarthy, not that one, not the communist one.
Yeah, I had to be careful when I put that in Google. That was the first thing I saw. Only 2 seasons, 54 and 59, did they not go to the World Series under Casey Stengel.
Yeah, that is incredible. And
10 out of 12 years they were in the World Series.
And Torre went 4 out of 5, you know? So, I mean, or 4 out of 6, because he was there in 03 too. But pretty good record when you think about it. And one thing is Allison appreciates, she calls him her favorite old man, Joe Torre, but his at 85 years old, because that's how old he is.
Yep.
He gets on the Yes Network with David and Michael and Paul, and he is as sharp as any 85-year-old baseball manager I've ever seen. I mean, he is still got it. So, but anyway.
Run us down.
All right. So let me run it down. Sorry about that. I was looking at one thing.
Okay.
Top 10 baseball managers as voted on by you, our listeners. Thank you for that. Continue to give us ideas if you have them. We know that we have been out of pocket a lot lately, but we promise you we will be back, just not next week. Number 10, Sparky Anderson. Number 9, Billy Martin. Number 8, Lou Piniella. Number 7, Bruce Bochy. Number 6, Tommy Lasorda. Number 5, Bobby Cox. Number 4, Tony La Russa. Number 3, Connie Mack. Number 2, Casey Stengel. And number 1, Joe Torre.
Pretty strong list.
Very
It is.
strong
Strong
list.
list. I would have put Bobby above Connie Mack, but that's like generational bias. So
Well, it's just one of those things. You look at that win count, and you're
Yeah.
like, we've got to give him his flowers.
Yeah, exactly.
but then you look at his loss count and you wonder if you should have in the first place.
That's true.
All right.
Billy Martin, please. He's the worst of the Yankees managers to win a World Series.
Ooh.
So next week, we do not have a show. We will be in St. Louis, as we talked about, playing soccer. Upcoming weeks, we'll get back on our collection of worsts.
Well, I was going to bring this up. We have to do a 50th birthday show for me and Amy. And we're coming close to that.
Okay. How is that not a show about the worsts? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh!
Oh,
That's good. Oh,
well, we certainly won't be doing the worst songs at a kid's birthday party that day. But
You know
maybe
what we might do? We might do a top 50.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
songs at a funeral would be phenomenal.
oh my God, that's so good.
Okay, we'll get back to you guys on that.
Yeah.
That'll be roughly a month from now. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's right, Amy. You give it to him.
Me and Terry are the young ones of the crowd. Just
God.
remember that.
Okay, yeah, we'll do something special for you guys. And honestly, that's going to get close to our 150th episode.
Nice, nice. Hey,
But I
Allison,
think
our
we'll be-
show's older than you are. Nice job.
Wow.
Wow. That's
Not really.
Now we're really breaking up.
Yeah, we saw Earl Weaver did not show up on the list, and I can't believe it because
Amy voted for
he
him.
had some of the most entertaining fits against umpires that anybody had. Maybe he didn't win as much, but who cares? I went for entertainment purposes.
Well, Boone's very entertaining, but I mean, most
Yogi Berra would have been
most-
great from an entertainment.
Yeah, Yogi
perspective.
Berra was not on this list, which I was very surprised by, to be
Yeah.
perfectly honest.
Well, he didn't
because-
coach very long, I don't think.
No,
No,
but
but
he was entertaining.
Yeah.
it ain't over till it's over.
Oh
That's what
man,
he said.
a good top 10 Yogi Berra quotes.
Oh yes.
Oh,
When you come to a fork in the road, take it.
thank you. It's so great.
It's so great.
Baseball, what is it? It's baseball's 90% music, 90% mental. The other half is physical.
Good God. Good
Oh,
stuff.
boy.
Yogi.
So what are we doing this week on Talking Wrestling? I have not texted anybody to find out.
Oh yeah.
They're both here, or they were. So somebody tell us, what are we doing on Talking Wrestling? When is it? What hour
Yeah.
does it start? And what is the subject?
I'll still be late even if they tell me. Even if Amy texts me right before it says the show is at 7, I will still be late. Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. Luke Roberts, St. Louis Independent Hall of Fame.
Well, that's cool.
All right.
All right, we will learn about Luke Roberts. St. Louis
Tuesday
Independent.
at what time?
What day, what time? 6 p.m. Central. Okay, that's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard on Tuesday.
Okay, thank you.
And
We
I
don't
promise
listen
that they will not tell you the wrong time like I did.
Yeah, we do not do Central Time around here. I do not know. I've
Hey,
got
I
Terry
was
nearly
so
with-
much against Central Time when I scheduled this that I messed up scheduling the show from the Central Time.
Nearly have Terry broken of Central Time.
Seriously.
Nearly. After 4 years, we finally have made it.
It's the location services on the computer. That's what caused the problem.
So
I was
it's
sticking with
time.
Easter.
Yeah, could you? Yeah, none of us would be good at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. though. I mean, it's 9:40, but still, like an hour and 40 minutes starting at 9. Come on now, let's not get crazy. I'm an old man now. After I
I
turn
already
40, I
said this
like to go to bed
earlier.
early.
I don't join anything that starts at 9 p.m. That ain't happening.
Unless we're on vacation. It's the only
Correct.
time she breaks her rule.
It's the only time.
Only time when we're on vacation. And we appreciate the compliment, Matt. Thank you for joining us.
Yes,
Even if
thank
we were
you,
late.
Matt.
Sorry you only saw half a show.
Go back and listen to Terry's and mine and Allison's conversation about the World Cup because we love Europeans responding to Buc-ee's. It's
Yes.
fantastic.
Mhm.
And I explained youth soccer a little bit.
Okay.
And we talked about Danhausen.
Yeah. Dan
Thanks, Willie.
Housen. Yes. Curse. Thank you, Willie. We appreciate you. So anyway, I think that's a wrap. We've done some pretty good work tonight on the baseball managers, Terry.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and thanks everybody for the patience. Definitely a busy time. We are really excited about this opportunity that we have with the soccer playoffs. So it's been really intense. And his coach, I mean, we're talking, they've had 9 a.m. practices. And I'm like, hey, coach, I work. How is this about? So he doesn't care. I got to get him there. So
Remember, Terry, we got the World Cup games on during normal practice time. So you
well,
all
he
bring
did say that. So he's from Brazil, and Brazil plays Wednesday night. So we're practicing at 9:30 on Wednesday morning.
Yep.
Soccer takes priority, always and forever.
All right,
Coach
thanks,
Leo.
everybody. If you've got ideas for any great lists, please let us know. We've had several that were very good, and we'll continue to do that. We'll listen to all your ideas. Some of them are a little bit more difficult, but we'll try. We've done lists that were difficult and it looked bad. We'll do it again. Who cares?
Yeah, we don't care.
It's all fun.
And we all remember Terry picked bottle caps as a gas station snack.
That's
And,
correct.
And if
Also-
you want to send me bottle caps, send me a DM. I'll give you my address.
And he puts corn on pizza.
Excellent. It's excellent.
We love you, Terry. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I talked to my dad today. It was he was watching the Braves get their.
I talked to George this morning,
yeah,
and
pretty
Andrew and I watched. Well, kind of. He was out, so we filled him in on the Yankees game, even though they sucked.
Yeah, losing sucks.
Yeah.
But happy Father's Day, Dad.
Happy Father's Day to everybody out there, and as always, love your people. Tell them you love them. Make it weird. See you next time.